Today, we stand before a historic event. No words can describe this. Earth is here, waiting to be reached. Turkish Airlines.
Episode 1729 of the number one podcast and Apple Podcast for job search, No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. You do know I coach people for a living, and I answer questions for them. And you can find out more about that at my website, thebiggamehunter.us. You can schedule time for a free discovery call or schedule time for coaching. I'd love to help you. You can also, send me a message and pay for the opportunity to ask me questions about your job search, all at the website. Now, with that out of the way, let me just simply say today's show is a fun one because it really confronts some of your misconceptions about working with recruiters. Hope you find this helpful. Hope you give it a great review in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you listen to the show. Just give it a great review and let's get going, okay? And I love this question. What is your biggest reservation when working with a recruiter during your job search? The answer that people are fishing for is often the one about how recruiters lie to them. You can't trust the recruiter. Oh, well, they are flesh peddlers. And, it's awful. They're terrible human beings. They just care about the money. They don't care about me. Ooh, it's awful working with recruiters. Now, don't get me wrong. Recruiters are there to fill jobs. They are not there to place you, be your therapist, be your social worker, do all the things that are inferred by this other than not lie. But the nonsense that people buy into is ridiculous. And let me just explain why. It is as though people suspend their thought process and give their power away to recruiters, and recruiters are taking advantage of them. Terrible. Do you do that with any other stranger that you meet? Seriously. When you meet a car salesman, do you suddenly say, ooh, I'm not going to negotiate. I'm going to trust whatever the car salesman says? No, of course not. And the same thing exists with a recruiter because recruiters work for companies. They are there to deliver a person who fills a job into that job. And ideally, and this was funny in one of the answers I read to the question, it suggested that they're trying to get you for the least amount of money. Now, maybe that's true in the temp world or in the consulting world because they're trying to increase the margin. So if they get you at this level, their margin may be this, but if they get you at this level, a lot more margin, right? They make more money. That part's absolutely true in the temp world. In the full-time world, their goal is to get you as much money as possible so that they earn a bigger fee because their fee is predicated as a percentage of salary that you receive. So I'm always puzzled by that part of it, except in the temp world. But overall, the biggest problem, your biggest reservation should be that you suspend critical thinking and overtrust people who don't deserve your trust. That you suspend your own cognitive abilities to decide what's right for you, and thus you blame other people for that. That's not their fault. They are doing their job, which is filling positions. You are not doing your job, which is looking out for your interests. And that's where the biggest problem is. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get more from me. First of all, there's my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. I have more than 8,000 blog posts there that you can watch, listen to, or read that will help you find your next job. In addition, if you're interested in my coaching you, at the site, there's a button there that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call. Schedule yourself in for coaching, interview preparation coaching, salary negotiation advice, how to have your questions answered, or coaching related to hiring more effectively, managing and leading, helping you be a better executive in your organization, and overall being a better employee of your firm. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you watched or listened to my content. I like knowing I'm helping folks. Once we're connected, if you're interested in coaching, let me know. I think it's easier at the website, but if that's the way you want to do it, so be it. Lastly, join my group on Facebook called Career Angles. It's focused on helping you do better at work. Information there is shared daily, and I'm attempting to build a supportive group there. Ask to join. I'm not letting recruiters in, so I want to make it a safe place for everyone. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Be great!
Today, we stand before a historic event. No words can describe this. Earth is here, waiting to be reached. Turkish Airlines